Hello, welcome back to the channel and thanks for stopping by. And today, long live the Cat King. What we're doing today is we're checking out the Katzenkönig fuzz distortion pedal from Catalinbread. Before we get into the pedal, I always, as I do nowadays, just want to do a very quick bit of housekeeping. So if you've enjoyed anything that you've seen today, or you've just enjoyed your stay, then please don't forget to smash the like and or subscribe button, and maybe even leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the pedal or the video in the description below. It really does help us navigate the joys that is the YouTube algorithm, especially for a channel this size. And as always, I will include the chapters below, so feel free just to jump around, either listen to me waffle or just go and listen to the pedal. Either or, just enjoy your stay. So, the Katzenkönig from Catalinbread. This is a pedal that I've very kindly been loaned by a friend just to check it out. He recently picked it up and he said that I've got to check this out, do a video on it because he's been really impressed. So I thought, hell yeah, send it over and let me have a play. So here we are. The Katzenkönig, and what it is on their website is they describe it as a tone bender Mark II crossed with a rat. It sings like a fuzz, but it's tight like a distortion. They say it loves humbuckers, it loves single coils, it loves a cranked amp, but it also loves a clean amp. So what we'll be doing is we'll be running it through my Victory Kraken today, and we'll just see how it sounds. We might start with some humbuckers, we might go to some P90s, we might even get a single coil out, who knows. So it looks like a fairly simple pedal. We've got filter, gain, volume and input. So you've heard a little bit in the starting track, but what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in and we're just going to try it with some guitars and see how it sounds and see what we think of it. But yeah, fairly straightforward video. There's no unboxing or anything because... well, mainly because he didn't send a box, but he did send this little nice Catalinbread little baggie that it obviously comes in. So no unboxing today, but what we'll do is we will just plug the pedal in and see how it sounds. So I think that's enough for me waffling. Let's go and listen to the Cat King. Okay, so we're all set up and we're ready to go. So what we've got here, just very quickly, spend our 20 seconds going through the other gear. So we've got my Gibson Explorer today. I thought I'd bring this back out of semi-retirement recently. We've had it set up by 81 Guitar Works over in East Anglia. Yeah, I just thought I'd get it back out and give it a play. Then we're going through some standard cabling. There's no practical patch today. It's all still in the studio. We're going into the Katzenkönig, and then that's going straight into the front of the Victory Kraken Mark I. It's running on gain channel 1. It's on the edge of breakup, so I haven't really got a clean tone, but this is what it sounds like with the Explorer. So this is the clean tone. So as I said, there's a little bit of breakup there. We're not going straight into a fully clean amp there. So yeah, that's how I like to run my amp. So let's go from there. But what we'll do, we'll get rid of the mic. We'll start everything on the pedal at 12 o'clock, and we're going to see how she sounds. We'll just play with the settings, see what sounds good, see what doesn't, and go from there. But let's get rid of the mic and let's hear some tones. So that was the Katzenkönig by Catalinbread. I figured it out in the end, and what an incredible little pedal, really versatile, and it's really got a bunch of sounds in here. So I'll be honest, at the start I didn't bother reading a manual. I just thought, well, filter, gain, volume, input, we'll figure it out. When they say it's a tone bender and a rat smashed together, it really is. So the top bit, your filter and your gain, I imagine, is what you would get. I know that there's a filter control and a gain control on a rat. And then at the bottom, you've got your volume and your input, which is pretty much what you get on a tone bender. So your input here is your fuzz level. You can balance that with the volume, and then your gain and filter, that's bringing in your distortion. So you can get a really fuzzy sound, but just tighten up that low end, or you can get a really high gain sort of distortion with a little bit of fuzz just underlying there to really give you quite a cacophony of different tones in one small pedal. Yeah, really, really impressed. Think it sounded, as I said, it sounded great with single coils. It sounded great with the humbuckers and the P90s. Just had to make sure that filter control was just tweaked to taste, really. But yeah, fantastic pedal. Really, really impressed. And it looks great as well. Look, Cat. So yeah, thank you very much to my friend Harry for letting me borrow this. You will get it back one day. Don't know which day that will be or whether it will suddenly appear on my board. But yeah, very, very impressed with that. I would say definitely a studio tool. I can see having that whilst you're recording, because you can just tweak and go, you can find a sound, but playing live and stuff, once you've found a sound, unless you're sort of doing shoegaze where you actively fiddle with your settings and stuff, which I don't during a gig, but I can see me using that in the studio or creating content for yourselves. But yes, very impressed with that pedal. Thought it was fantastic. So I'll link it in the the description below if you want to go and check one out. They're about 136 quid, I think, at the moment in the UK. So for what you're getting, actually a fantastic wee pedal. Yeah, very impressed. And what I probably should have said at the start as well, probably because we didn't do the unboxing, is it's this is made to withstand the rigours of playing live. It's a very well made, very good looking pedal. So yeah, again, not sponsored, just my friend asked me to check it out and I checked it out, and I really dig it. I think it's fantastic. Would like to have tried it through a clean amp, but that's in the studio at the moment, so we've just got the Kraken with us currently. So thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful. If you're looking for a new fuzz, or if you're looking for something a bit different, check this pedal out. Again, I'll link it in the description below, as well as everything else in relation to the gear that we've used today. But other than that, again, thank you very much for stopping by. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Maybe even hit that like and subscribe button. We have just hit 200 subscribers, which is fantastic. Really, really pleased to see that come through. So thank you very much to everybody that's joined us on this journey of gear and nerdery. But yeah, without any more waffle, I'm going to let you get on with your weekends. So have a good one, and until the next one, take care.